So before the break, we were, still talking a little bit about family, and we started talking about ourselves as well. But you, Brandy, brought a book that I had saw in my Facebook feed, as we talk about Facebook again, on my Facebook feed a lot. The day that you got it, I had like 3 or 4 other friends who had also received the book as well. Hands-Free Mama. I hadn't seen this book. What's it about?
Yeah, it's basically exactly what we're talking about. A lot of people, the new year is kind of starting what's important to you, what's your priorities, and this book touches on how we're missing out on moments in our lives because we're so consumed by work, we're so consumed by social media, we're so consumed about things that maybe shouldn't be the priority. So it's really just a book to kind of put you in check about what matters. Be concerned with those moments that maybe you're missing out on.
That's very cool. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to get that.
I know, I'm gonna have to look for that too. I think I'm gonna hear about this the first time. So
I think also the thing that we were talking about right before we left was time for ourselves. I think we need to not feel guilty about that.
Not at all. And that's another thing. You have to schedule time for yourself. Like I wake up an hour early before my son even gets up just to have time to have my coffee, watch CNN, whatever I do in the morning, go to the gym. You have to find the time. And unfortunately, you have to schedule it.
Yeah, it was interesting because recently I noticed that my getting ready time was getting shorter and shorter. Mm-hmm. And I got ready one day in 20 minutes. And I was like, this is not a good thing.
Yeah.
I should not be ready for me in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I need to have at least 45 minutes so I'm having some time to just center, have some quiet time, have some space as much as I can have that. Mm-hmm. But I think I had to make a point, I need to make sure I have at least 45 minutes and not let that window keep getting smaller and smaller for myself,
And it sets a tone for your whole day.
Right.
And you have a lot of people in the network, in the newsletter, that talk about different areas of life. And I love one you had talked about yesterday. It was called Dating Your Husband.
Dating your spouse.
Or dating your spouse, yeah.
This is something I would really like for you to hook up with, this person. But, it's Ramblings of a Grandma, and by no means does she look like a grandma, but her and her husband, they own a couple businesses here in Toledo. She's a school teacher, and she's a mom of all the children that have grown up, gone to college, and are out. And so they were just left with both of them. And her husband found comfort in his friends, she found comfort in her school, in her friends, and her family. And at some point, they said, this has to stop. So instead of waiting for your spouse to do something for your relationship, she took initiative and she started doing that. And now she does date night with her husband. And she's now talks about it, blogs about it, and real down to earth, doesn't hold anything back.
Yeah. But I think it's important that, you make that time for dating, or you make that time for yourself, to make time with your friends.
Right.
I'll go
girl time.
Yeah.
You gotta have girl time.
Yeah. I think I go, can go months and not, have any other time but work time with girlfriends, or, you think you need that time to, if it's coffee, if it's workout time, but time with your girlfriends as well.
We definitely do a Sunday fun day with us girls.
Yeah.
And we're always home before dinner, so.
Yeah. See, that's great.
And it's really nice too, a lot of times my friends and I will do something productive together. So that way you're kind of, you're able, you feel accomplished. Like, hey, let's go grocery shopping together. We both have to go. Why don't we just go together? Catch up, drink coffee while you shop, and then you still feel productive.
Or you drive around randomly in the car, trying to find random places to go.
Running errands. Absolutely.
We've never done that, Brandy. But no, that is a great idea. Or you just sitting at lunch and just maybe working on projects, even if it's separately. I think just spending time and sitting around just talking about things like this is perfect.
I think a lot of people minimize the importance of doing that stuff, or we're kind of trained to see that having fun is we're not working hard enough. When we have fun, we offer so much more of our gifts to the world and the people we're around because we're feeling joyful. And so I think there's a little misunderstanding about that not being something that helps our work, when in reality, having lunch with your friends or doing stuff, it does. Having a solid relationship, it does help your work. That fun, the joy shows up with you. So
I think that being a working mom for myself, and having time with my friends makes me a better mother.
Mhm.
That, you know, and I think people who stay home with their children and make that work, they're phenomenal. Just for me, I'm just a better person to be able to be out of the home.
Well, and they may have
Yeah.
an exercise routine. Or
Yeah.
they may have
Exactly.
a hobby that they love. It doesn't have to be
Just
a
something
job.
that gets them, yeah, exactly.
Right, so.
Yeah, that balance that makes them
And I think
perfect.
keeping hobbies are really important. So I think when you become a mother, you get married, you have kids, you know, all that stuff, that goes by the wayside, and you get so caught up in carving out that time
Yeah.
to do something, whether, especially, we're in a new year, so find something new to do, explore.
Yeah,
See your
definitely.
capabilities,
Yeah.
realize how amazing you
And I think the next time we sit, we need to have a gentleman sit with us and talk
Yes.
about the balance in their life, because I think
That's
sometimes
a great idea.
they don't always know how to balance their time as well.
and get some perspective on the different
Definitely.
thinking.
And I love what you say about joy, bringing joy to other people and to yourself, setting that tone for the day.
That's great.
Thank you so much.
Thanks
It's
for-
been so much fun.
Yeah, this has
Thank
been
you.
great. We'll
Yeah.
definitely be doing